Manchester United are not planning a parade if they beat neighbours Manchester City in the FA Cup final this weekend. But even if they were, it's unlikely that goalkeeper David De Gea would skip it in favour of a pub quiz like Les Sealey did when United lifted the cup 33 years ago. Instead of partying with his teammates to mark Alex Ferguson's first United trophy, he was plotting to win the annual Wanstead Cricket Club's quiz with the then photographer Lawrence Lustig. You can look at it two ways. Maybe he felt he shouldn't be on the parade, or you could look at it that he promised to be at the quiz night, said son Joe. Whatever my dad said he would do, he did. Although knowing him and what he did with the medal, he probably didn't want to be there. The medal brings the story, which is possibly one of the most important in United's recent history. And, according to Joe, the moment which made his dad's life. Sealey had spent the 24 hours or so after United beat Crystal Palace in the final hiding out at Lustig's house because there were reporters looking for him and offering thousands for a chance to speak to him. But he turned them all down. He didn't want to add pain to his good pal Jim Leighton. They all wanted the interview with the goalkeeper who had come from nowhere to help United end a 5-year wait for a trophy and give Ferguson the platform to build a dynasty. Ferguson controversially dropped number 1 Leighton after United drew the first game 3-3 and put Sealey in goal. It was a shock. He was 32 and had only joined on loan after falling out of favour at Luton. It would be the equivalent of Jack Butland playing on Saturday, making big saves and keeping a clean sheet, said Joe. It wouldn't happen, would it? But it did then. Sealey scarpered from the celebrations, only taking a picture with the cup at the behest of Lustig. Yet he had left his mark on the club. If that day didn't happen, a sliding moment for Man United, then who knows what would have happened to both, said Joe. I bumped into Ferguson last year and he said, "Your dad saved my career," and I replied, "You saved his." Maybe he was going to get sacked, but he certainly made my dad's career. It was both their sliding doors moments. Sealey secured a deal at United, won the Cup Winners' Cup before joining Aston Villa and returned again for one more season in 1993–94 before stints at Blackpool, West Ham and Leyton Orient closer to their Essex home. It's a remarkable story that is brilliantly chronicled in a book which was put together after a collection of tapes were found of Sealey SNR speaking to an old family friend in Les Clitheroe. It also charts Joe Sealey's life. A promising goalkeeper at West Ham once, his career was ended by injury in 2001 and within 2 weeks his dad died suddenly of a heart attack aged 43. Leighton helped carry his coffin, which showed how strong their friendship remained. Joe struggled losing his father. Drink and drugs were his solace until he met his wife Nicole and is now teetotal. He's only managed to listen to about 40 seconds of the tapes. The cassette player bought to listen to them remains unused at his home in Cheshire. I never really had conversations with my dad about football. Maybe these tapes will be that, said Joe. As a kid he was just my dad and that was his job. He liked documentaries, he liked reading, he was quiet, he smoked cigars all the time, he drank black coffee all the time and he lay on the sofa eating ham sandwiches. He loved old cars, too. He would be outside most afternoons cleaning his car or playing with the engine. You'd never see David De Gea doing that. You probably won't see De Gea down the local quiz night either. They won the quiz by the way. Sealey's personal double.